Forever Collector here, talking Collectors Anonymous with my brother BJ, better known as BJ's Gold Star Legend on Instagram. One of the biggest Gold Star collectors on planet Earth. Welcome, brother.
Thank you. Yeah, so let's talk about Gold Stars and, Pokemon.
All right, so I guess give us a little bit about your background. What got you into collecting again, and what got you into going after Gold Stars? Everybody knows that you're the Gold Star master around these parts. So we need to learn from you.
Well, it's funny because I grew up with base set,
right,
and all the Watts era. And I actually got back to collecting back in 2015. And since 1999, I remember having some base set cards and like in 2001, I kind of stopped collecting. I kind of, started playing soccer and doing these things and going out. So the collecting stopped. But then back in 2015, a niece came in with some Pokemon cards in her hand, and I'm like, let me see those, and I started going through them, and I'm like, what is this? I didn't recognize anyone.
Yeah.
It was actually XY era.
Okay.
Back in 2015.
Yeah.
Exactly when Roller Sky was about to release. So
okay.
I'm going through, and I'm like, man, I don't remember any of this. Like, what happened to to
the OGs, yeah.
The OGs, like.
Yeah.
So I started doing a little research, and at the time I didn't even use eBay or anything. Like, I didn't have Instagram.
Right.
And so the first thing I did was I went to Opera Up and I started searching for Pokemon cards.
Yeah.
And actually bought some in that week. But no lie, man, I spent a lot of money just to learn.
Yeah.
And understand. I was buying all these crazy things like all these bows and collections, and I was getting really nice things, but I didn't know. Like, I would get like in a collection like Gold Stars, I had no idea what it was, and so I started researching, and I can say like maybe 6 months to 8 months later, I kind of got it down to where I kind of knew what was rare and what was not, and the good thing was that I immediately started seeing PSA cards. And that got my attention. So I kind of also taught myself to do the grading and all that. And since then, I love, graded cards mainly. And so in 2015, I actually started collecting Watts sets. And I actually had almost every set completed.
Really?
And unfortunately, I had to sell them, and I decided to keep the Gold Stars because I always thought that they were so undervalued, and just the thought of having to buy like 2 boxes to hopefully get one car,
right,
was kind of like, man. I mean, if I get because back in the days, I used to buy Jungle, Puzzle, Team Rocket, booster boxes, first edition. I mean, back in the days, they were cheap, like $300, $400, back in 2015. And you pull 12 holographics and you guarantee those 12. But then you get a Gold Star, you buy 2 boxes, you may get 1.
Yeah.
So I started seeing Gold Star more rare and more like these cards that not everybody was gonna have,
right.
Like even copies and all that.
Yeah.
So I kind of appreciate them more.
I think during then it was a low time for Pokemon, so they weren't printing a lot. and the numbers that they were printing, they were getting played to oblivion because there wasn't much of the collecting side as there was back in the WotC era days. And when you saw the tournament play for those, and Rayquaza being the most prolific gold star of that era, in terms of tournament play, you understand why a PSA 10 commands a premium. And there's a lot that goes into it because Pokemon's a very special trading card. You know, like Magic's a little bit similar, and same with Yu-Gi-Oh. But Pokemon, you really see that it's like players and collectors. You know what I'm saying? And there's not a lot of people who do both. There really isn't. It's either you're a player or you're a collector, and
Exactly.
it's really interesting to see where a Pokemon card gets its value, you know? And you look at modern cards and it's all tournament play. Unless it's already a collectible card. Like Charizard or Pikachu. Yeah, it's like it's a sought after Pokemon. And so it's really interesting to see now, you know, like because that card was so played and it was so used, now to find a Rayquaza Gold Star in mint condition is nearly impossible. Nearly impossible because everybody played that card. It wasn't just, you know, hey, I could run 3 of them in my deck. No, it was 1 Gold Star deck, and you had to pull it out of 2 boxes. And it wasn't 1 out of 2 boxes. It was possibly 1 out of fucking 6 because it was 3 Gold Stars in the set. Latios and Latias and Rayquaza. So, in reality, the math is actually 1 in a case for a Rayquaza Gold Star. So, everybody wanting that card to put into their deck to play, and it being in a stupid, ridiculously rare pull in the set, and it's also a really sought-after Pokemon. Rayquaza, I feel like, has a huge following, and it's a shining. Like, what are you... Dude.
Yeah, I mean, it got it all, you know?
It does. It really does.
Yep.
So I think that it's special that a lot of these Gold Stars were really played cards, you know? And so...
Yeah.
When you add that to how rare they are, man, like, yeah, they were extremely undervalued for a long time. And now you're actually seeing some crazy numbers for them. But not even that crazy sense when you compare it to like their population and how many there actually is in a PSA 10. Like, that's crazy wild. Like, I only own a few Gold Stars in a PSA 10, my favorite ones. Mewtwo Gold Star, huge for me. Gyarados Gold Star. Mine was a 10, and then I cracked it, and then it got a 9 when I signed it. Got a 9/9. Yeah. I wasn't like you. I actually took that fucker out the case. I was like, fuck it, let's go. Look at you. You're like, I was not risking that. I was not doing that.
No, that was. I mean, and you know, at the time of the signing, I had some doubles, and I really thought about cracking the case and signing the cards, but I'm like, man, anything can happen. I mean, I can damage it while cracking the case or while carrying it around. And, man, it would suck to come back at 9 or an 8 after it was a 10.
Yeah, there's a few cards that got downgraded. I was really upset that they got downgraded, but I mean, that's just the risk that you take, and I still think that card is the same condition, you know, because I'm not an uncareful person, and I put a lot of effort into getting it signed, and so it's the same card no matter what the grade for me.
Yeah, and I mean, you know, sometimes it's just the grader, different grader, they give you slightly different grade. I mean, it's a risk.
100%.
But I mean, I still believe that Gold Star haven't reached nowhere near the appreciation that they deserve. I mean, the boxes. I mean, they're so expensive and so hard to find. Like, if they are harder to find than the value. You know, like Holland Phantoms. I mean, a box. I haven't seen one for sale in God knows when.
My Holland Phantoms
And
box is over there. You know I'm a big box guy. I'm a big box.
No, I know. That's like my dream. Having that box alongside all the 3 Gold Stars.
Like, I'm a huge. I have Mewtwo Gold Star. I just told you that. I'm a huge Mewtwo collector. So Mewtwo on a box. This fucking box. Wow. Like, once I saw that this box existed, it didn't fucking matter what card was in this set. It could have been utter dog shit. You know what I'm saying? This box art is one of the best box arts I've ever seen for Mewtwo in my entire life. This and Holland Phantoms. There's a few other ones, you know, like Base Set 2 has a Mewtwo on it, but like, wow. That art is wild. Absolutely wild.
I think that out of all the EX boxes, I think that's also my favorite one, the Team Rocket one.
Yeah, it's definitely up there. It's pretty wild. And like, isn't Rocket's EX like one of the biggest EX sets there is? Like number like of EXs.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's a big number, man.
I mean, and every EX card, it looks so damn beautiful, and I mean every single one of them.
Yeah, Rockets, Mewtwo, Rockets, Articuno. I have Rockets Articuno PSA 10. And then Rocket Snorlax. Oh my goodness, Rocket Snorlax, dude. Scyther,
the freaking
Scizor, yep, Rock Zapdos, yep. Dude, there's a lot of monster cards for sure.
Yep, and then you got the 3 Gold Stars. I mean, and one of the lowest pop, you know, Torchic. Which, man.
That card is crazy. That card is so crazy expensive. I remember I had an opportunity to buy a few Torchics right before the signing, and I turned them down because I was like, these are too expensive. I'm trying to get something that I want for myself signed, you know, not that I think is valuable signed. And that's the way I am with anything, you know. I always think with my collector mind first before my, investor mind first. And so I'm just like, that's a spot I could get a card I want for myself signed. And, you know, I don't want to spend $800 to do it, you know, or $2,000 to do it. Because back then, a year ago, it was relatively still cheap compared to what it is now. So I just, that's what I took from it, and I didn't get anything. So the only Gold Star I have signed from that set is the Torch or the Trico. It's a Trico. I don't have
the card signed.
Yeah, I have the actual card signed. Yep, that's my thing. Wow. Yeah, you get the case signed. No, I'm a person. I like to get the card signed. You know, it's like getting the Mona Lisa signed. Would you get the frame? Would you get the frame of the Mona Lisa signed by Da Vinci? No.
No, I got you. Yeah, he just I had that fear that sent it back and came back at 9. I was gonna be like so mad, and right now I just get a case signed. But right. I mean, so yeah, man. I mean, Gold Stars are incredible. My favorite set, and I mean, besides Gold Stars, that's why my name says BJ's Gold Star Legends, because I love Legend cards too.
Mm-hmm.
And those are some that I'm surprised some people don't even know what set they're in or what are those, or like, I'm like, these cards are beautiful. Like, they're literally art.
Yep.
You know, and I'm glad that I started picking them up when they were like $30, $50 PSA 10. You know, and
yeah.
I don't know if you have seen, I have a frame with 2 complete sets in it.
Yeah,
And I
your
actually,
collection's wild, dog. Like it's fucking absolutely wild, and it's cool to have been around long enough to be able to have say or to be able to say that I paid pennies on the dollar. Like all this shit, I wasn't paying much for it back in the day, and that's really cool because you're like, well, I could have cashed out for a million times my investment, but I fucking didn't.
yeah, I got you.
I
I mean,
just took it like it.
I've been offered twice. I've been offered a good amount of money for the Gold Star set, and I'm like, no, I can't. I mean, I love those cars first of all, and it's one of those. If you let go, you're not gonna get them back. You know, it's,
That was like my biggest thing. Like selling anything is I don't really sell anything that I can't replace. You know what I'm saying? Like something that I can replace pretty easily. I will sell, or something that I have doubles of or triples of. Then I'll sell
yeah,
one copy. But stuff that I can't replace, dude, it's you have to grab it from me like really bad
yeah,
because it's not something that I want to give up. Like there's and it's so weird to have like such a connection to Pokemon cards and not like other things in life like classic cars or other things that like people I don't know have such an emotional connection to um and to be able to say no, I don't want to sell it. You could offer me $100,000 and I wouldn't sell it. Like that's
yeah.
the confidence that comes from
I
that. I think
mean,
is special. Like it is, and it's something new that you haven't seen in really anything else. Like a lot of
I actually,
people got brought up. I don't know like your situation before then, but I'm sure your situation now is definitely fucking enriched from that. Being able to
yeah,
pay pennies on the dollar. And I came into the scene, I don't know, a couple years ago or something, and it was even then it was really really cheap, but I was always a hard ass and a cheap ass, and I was like, no, I don't want to pay that. And
I mean, it's the thing is that we don't know where they was heading, and you don't want
unless
to
if I
take
actually
that big
wanted
of a
it,
risk.
I didn't care what the
Yeah,
price was. I would have overpaid, and a lot of times I did overpay at that market just because I wanted it so bad,
yeah,
But like people offering me stuff, and they're like, "Oh no, I want this number." Pass, because I'm over here buying something that I really want, and I have to
really
overpay
want.
for it. So like I'm not gonna worry about overpaying, or paying above market or whatever the case may be. And so
Yeah,
I think it's I don't know, wild to see where it is now and how many people didn't let go of their collections. Like a lot of other big names on Instagram barely scratched the surface of the collection. They're like, oh, I let a couple PSA 9 Charmanders go out the door, no big deal, because
yeah,
it wasn't that connected to them, so like their
yeah.
boxes or like your gold stars. And so I think I don't know, the connection to Pokemon is really special. It really
Yeah,
is.
it's with me it's kind of funny because like I said, I grew up with base set and
Yep, me
Ghost
too.
Star era. I completely missed it. But man, as soon as I bought one, it was like, man, I love this car, and I started hunting them down. And the last one that I got was actually Rayquaza for $6,500, and
See, I had
that's the most I ever paid
opportunities
for.
to I had opportunities to pay that much for that card too, and I was like, I don't think I could pay that much for a card for one card because I'm over here trying to fucking pay $10,000 for a couple of boxes, and so man,
And and back then, like 2 3 years ago, I only wanted cards, no boxes.
yep,
And I will buy boxes and boxes and open them. And now I look back, I'm like, man, I should have just keep the boxes and buy the cards, to keep the boxes sealed because now boxes are
yeah, but
wow,
I
like
mean, at the same time, they wouldn't be that expensive if all of us didn't do that. there would be so much more
Yeah,
supply on the market. So I mean, there's a give and take on that. I
yeah,
I literally have like treasure chests. Like I have empty boxes. I have a ton of empty boxes. I broke the Deoxys box a couple years ago now, or not, like a year and a half ago. And that was a really successful break, and nobody's have done a Deoxys break since. Do I regret it? No. Do I wish I still had another Deoxys Steel box? Fuck yeah, I do. But it's not gonna it's
yeah,
not gonna stop me from looking back and really appreciating it for what it was. And if I didn't do that box break, who knows? I mean, that's a little bit different of a case, a circumstance, but at the same time, there wouldn't be as expensive. I would have let one go for the first time somebody offered me 50,000 or 30,000 for it, and now people are commanding 50,000, 60,000 for this box, and
yeah,
so it's, I would have done that. And that would have been the market. You know what I'm saying? Because that's like, this box is that rare to where each box, when it does sell, that's a new market standpoint, and so when that happens, the market on the rest of the boxes are gonna be that, and so I would have been like, here's 30,000. I could go buy something else I really want now. No big deal, because I got two boxes.
yeah,
That was my thing. I have two boxes. Fuck it, I can still have one box, keep it in my collection, get rid of the other one, and go buy something awesome. But I didn't because it was already broken, and so I think that that's a blessing for the rest of the boxes. And to be honest, because when multiples come out like that on the market, you're gonna see, the market respond in a good way or a bad way.
yeah. Yeah, you're right about that. Because if we didn't break so many boxes, there would be still so many around.
I mean, I think the rise with us, and wanting to open stuff from our childhood, and us wanting to
Yeah,
reclaim stuff we couldn't afford, is what really drove the market upwards in terms of the scarcity of these boxes, because they went from pretty common to pretty scarce, and in some boxes they came non-existent, and you cannot find them in the open market 9 times out of 10 when you're searching eBay or
yeah. I mean,
whatever.
at least a year ago, um, I have a friend that has a store, and he had a bunch of EX boxes. I actually hold Team Rocket, the Oxys, Holland Phantoms, and he was like, "Give me 1,500 for this one, 2K for this." I'm like, "Man, I'm not gonna pay that for this box." And look at it now, man. I wish, I would have
Yep.
taken those. And but at the time, if I bought a box and I didn't have a card from there, I will open it
Yep.
just to get that card. So at the time that this guy offered me these boxes, I already had the co-star set. So most likely I will still have those boxes, because I don't
Right.
open anything if I don't need anything from it. And I mean, but who knew? Now it's a little bit too late.
Just a little bit. And I mean, there's still room to improve, and on
Yeah,
other sets, like a lot of WotC sets are like that. Once you get to EX era, you're kind of fucked. In terms of supply on the market, just
yeah,
because a lot of the interest died off, and especially Skyridge, and Neo Destiny, or the Neo sets, and
yeah,
Legendary Collections and Aquapolis. A lot of those sets, they were printed pretty low. They weren't printed anywhere near what Base Set was, what Jungle was, what Fossil was, what Team Rocket was, what Base Set 2 was. Those numbers are
yeah,
astronomical in print than compared to the other ones. And so to go from there to there, you're going to see the market really jump on a few of these boxes, but you still have opportunities like the base box or the fossil box or jungle box to buy in. And because once you see something sell for 30,000, a base set box, or a jungle box first edition sell for $30,000, then you see all of a sudden that there's 30 more boxes on the market ready to go at that same price.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
so there's where a lot of people come in and out saying, "Oh, the market's weak" or whatever. No, the market on these boxes is so easily up and down because you own two of these boxes. You watch it go to 3-4 times what you paid for it. You're gonna sell them. I mean, a person who doesn't have as much connection as we do to this, and so it's not going to be any skin off their back. They're going to be like, cool, I have 30,000 for a down payment on a house now. Who gives a shit? I'm out. And a lot of people were like that and are like that, as you see. Once 30,000 hit the market, boom, it kind of got really soft. There was like 5, 6, 7, 8 boxes on the market right afterwards. And they were going up for auction and they were going up for buy it now. And what was happening? They were going for lower and lower and lower because it became more available. But if you look at EX era sets and boxes, one's selling maybe in the public once or twice a year, depending on what it is. And I mean in the public as in on eBay, the platform, at all. You know, or Heritage Auctions at all, or any of these auction houses at all, you know. And so the market data is so much harder to maintain because it's just so little of it. And when a box does finally sell publicly, the entire market is that box. But what do you see? You see maybe 1, maybe 2 come onto the market. That's it.
Maybe. Yeah. Maybe. Yeah.
I can literally and it's funny too because like I can find more Skyridge, I can find more Neo Destiny than I can Deoxys, you know, like, and there's a lot of scarcer boxes than others that have a lot more attached to them just because, you know, there's Charizards in their sets, and you know, a lot of that drives the value of a set is just purely based on that card alone. As everybody should know by now, that when you're looking at a set that you want to invest into, it should probably be a set that has a Charizard. Just to be safe. I mean, come on. You know,
I mean, any box with a Charizard in it has tend to always go up.
Yep.
You know, like even the new boxes, even Sun and Moon, like Burning Shadow, Sun Rock and Bone, like all those boxes, they will never go down because they have team up. I mean, team up.
Unless if they reprint them. See, that's a little bit different with Pokemon because Pokemon has the right to just fucking run that shit in the mills again. No big deal.
Yeah.
But with all the early EX era stuff and all the WotC era stuff, there's no way that it could ever be reprinted. Especially the WotC stuff. Like the WotC stuff, they couldn't. The legal part of it is a nightmare. And from what I'm seeing, you know, because they ended relations back in the day, you know, pretty abruptly in the middle of a set run, right? So. Whatever. I don't know much more than that, but that's just, you know, my speculation on it is that it would be extremely hard to do. So that's why they don't do that. But hopefully, you know, they don't reprint any of these modern sets. And it's not even, it's crazy too, because like a lot of the sets are crazy, like Cosmic Eclipse. There's not even a Charizard in it at all. Not even a one prize fighter, you know. There's nothing. There's no Charizard, but yet that box is selling for like $300, $400.
Isn't Cosmo Eclipse the one with the Charizard and I think there's one in it.
Are you sure?
Hold up.
No, I got it right here. I'll pull it up. Cause I don't think it is. I don't think there is, but I could be wrong. It's not Charizard and Braixen, that's for sure.
Oh, which one is that one?
That one's Team Up, I believe. 100%. I'm not seeing no. Oh wait, no, you're right. Charizard Braixen is in Cosmic Eclipse. Oh yeah, crazy. Okay, well, I'll have to use a
Team Up.
different example. I'll use a different example, okay?
Well, Team Up.
Yep, it is totally in the set.
Team Up. And Team Up has a Charizard, but it's not even a GX or Hyper Rare or anything. It's just a hollow or reverse hollow, something like that.
Okay.
But
That set's going crazy too. It's like what, $400 a box right now?
I think the cheapest one on eBay right now is like $650 or something like that.
What the fuck?
I know, man. It's crazy. But Team Up, what I heard and what everybody talks about is that the Latios shape, heart shape kind of card.
Oh, the Radiant collection.
No, the full art.
Oh, okay, yeah. Where like where they're like this? Yeah. Yep.
Like a heart. Well, that card alone, PSA 10 is selling for $500. And then you have the Gengar and the Mimikyu.
Raw, the alternate art, full art is selling for like what? Almost $100. $100 raw. Yeah. Raw. Like raw, not even graded.
Team Up has a lot of full arts.
Well, and also a lot of these trainers are going up too. It's really wild to see. Dude, trainers I couldn't sell for fucking $5 to save my soul, okay, are now selling for like $40, and I'm like, and I'm not a player, I'm a collector. So what did these cards do? They didn't get fucking played with. They got put into the book. No big deal. Yeah. And what are they coming out? Minty gem. Off-standard is their issue. That's it. You know, we don't grade those guys. We sell those guys. No big deal.
Yep.
So I just I've been sending cards off. Like I sent, and the big thing, I don't even think Charizard and Brayson is like a really expensive card out of that set compared to like the Pikachu Secret Rare where he's sitting on the counter and he's got Ash in front of him. That's a crazy expensive card. Yeah, and then all of the trainers in that set, dude, like all of the full art trainers in Cosmic Eclipse are all like $30, $40, $50 cards. And there's like 15 of them. Like, Jesus.
Yeah.
It's wild. I love it. I'm not complaining at all. I think it's crazy to see these newer sets catching traction like that and just like taking off and like Pokemon with like Vivid Voltage and stuff. Like, wow, what the fuck's going on? And there's not another print wave, you know, to be in sight for like the next week or 2 weeks or I don't know, a few days or whatever it is. I don't know how long it's gonna be, but it just seems crazy because we're in the middle of a pandemic. It's the 25th anniversary. Like they're doing all kinds of shit and. I'm really excited to see where they take it. You know, if they take it, take it back a notch. If they try to take it further, you know, and see what they can do. I hope they take it further.
25 years, man. They should. 25 years. I mean, it's a big number. They should do something special, like mind blowing.
They should just make like a giant Pikachu statue in every capital of the world. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm talking 40-foot Pikachu statue, permanent installation.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
that would be pretty wicked, I think. But the collaborations that they're doing though is crazy. Like Levi's, General Mills, that's really cool. Katy Perry. Yeah. I don't even know. I can't even remember who else. There's a lot of collaborations they're doing this year.
Well, you know, I was hoping that for the 25th anniversary, they would like come out with a set with some Gold Stars in it. You know, like what they did with Shiny.
Yep.
You know, Shining Legends.
Yep.
And I mean, if they bring back Gold Stars, man, that'll be a hit because you know now these
or Crystals, that would be gangster because Crystals was over two sets as well between Aquapolis and Skyridge, so. That would be cool, man. Yeah. Crystals would be wicked.
Yeah, something like that would be crazy.
Yeah.
You know, and I bet
the amazing rares. I'm loving the amazing rares. Like I'm really happy with the effort that they put into those, and those are really cool. And
I just actually opened a box like 2-3 days ago, the first one, like haven't opened any vivid voltage,
Yep.
and I pulled the right quality. Man, that thing looks amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I love it. I mean, I'm like,
Yep.
man, this car just came out and it's saying like $300. I mean,
yeah, and all those amazing rares are
see it
going for
right.
a lot. They really are. They're going for a really good amount, and like, and it's not only because they're a collectible card. It's because some of them are extremely playable, like the Jirachi. The Jirachi is gonna be a tournament. What's it called? A tournament staple. You know what I'm saying? Every single deck is gonna have the Jirachi Amazing Rare, 100%. And that card is gonna be crazy expensive when tournaments go back into play and people actually need that card to go play in tournaments. It's gonna be crazy because you're gonna see, thousands and thousands of decks using an amazing rare. And what do you get? Like 2 a box, maybe? And or 2. I think it's like 2 or 3. It's like, oh really? You only got 1.
I actually got the right quotes. A good thing I got my favorite one.
Yeah, right. But like, okay, so we'll say 1 to 3 then, and 1 to 3, and you look at those odds, and there's like what? I think 6. I think there's 6 amazing rares in this set.
Yeah, I think it's 6. Yeah.
So like that's a lot, man. Like even though that you're gonna pull from 1 to 3 in a box, like you're still having to pull 6 of them, in order to get what you want. And like I've only pulled 1 Jirachi. I'll put it to you that way. I pulled like 4 Celebes, but I've pulled 1 fucking 1 Jirachi. Like
I pulled 1, but the pre-release from the pre-release battle decks, I pulled 1 Jirachi, and that's it. And I opened 10 of those.
Really?
Yeah. I only pull 1.
Yeah.
1 amazing rare from 10 decks. So the pull rate is a little low.
Yeah, they could be different for sure. I wonder if it has to do with the print run, cuz sometimes it does. But there's the Pikachu V in Vivid Voltage. Oh my goodness, bro. It's a monster card. Absolute monster card. Yeah. Bia, Beauty, Nessa, Leon, Alistair Fuller. Oh my gosh. Pokemon Center Lady. They're doing amazing pricing right now.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean Pokemon is doing really good at the moment. And it's incredible how, they're doing so good after all this pandemic and people not working. I mean, it's
that's special, right?
Yeah, I mean, we love it, and I mean, we keep going even though we're having some hard times right now. But I mean, once you love something, you just keep going at it. Find a way.
Yeah, it's the truth. I Pokemon, I don't know, for the last couple of years has been a really big passion of mine, and I think, and it all started, not unlike many other people's stories. I was a broke kid. I couldn't afford Pokemon, so as an adult, I was like, I'm gonna buy back my childhood. And now it's turned into like this lifelong passion that I share with my children now, and hopefully one day they share with their children. So it's Pokemon, I think, is gonna be around for a long time. Hopefully, the things that they're doing for their 25th anniversary, I think, are gonna be long lasting. In terms of, I don't know, attention. I don't know how to word that.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Pokemon. I mean, it's barely starting. Like, I mean, it's 25 years, but I mean, it's still young. And
Star Wars
year
is how old?
Say that again?
I said Star Wars is how old? And it's still a huge thing.
Yeah.
It could be exactly like that.
And I mean, every year you see these new sets with these new cards, and I mean, they just keep getting your attention. And like, I said I was not gonna collect past XY, because when Sun and Moon came out, we had all these hyper rares that I always was trying to collect every secret rare from every set. But then you have like 17 of those or 16, and try to get all those in PSA 10. It was getting expensive and hard, and so I'm like, nah, I'm gonna stop at XY because I cannot keep up. I was not done with Sun and Moon when Guardian Rising came out, and I was done with this.
Lele,
yeah. So I kind of stopped collecting after XY, but then what was it? Team Up came out, and Team Up actually got my attention back to Sun and Moon, and I bought a lot of it. I bought a lot of Team Up. I actually still have like I think 4 cases. Team Up.
I have one box. I ripped that fucking set into oblivion.
Yeah.
I thought it was so cool that they were doing the tag team Pokemon. So like I bought
that's what got my
hell
attention
out of that set. Yeah, it was cool.
Really cool. I bought like 5 cases of pre-release, and have 5 cases of booster boxes, and I just recently traded one. But that set kind of got my attention back to Sun and Moon because of the Team Up, and I just found it interesting,
Right.
and now with Sword and Shield, with Vivid Voltage, those amazing rares, there's always something that will kind of get you back to it,
right?
And so now I'm actually collecting from EX era to whatever's coming out.
Right.
I stopped collecting.
Yeah, me too. We kind of switched it up a little bit. I was doing, where I just buy a bunch of it and we rip whatever we rip, and then we stop, and whatever we have left, that's it. Now I've been strictly buying a case or 2 to keep sealed, and nobody touches them, and they just sit there.
Yeah, that's one of my goals. Try to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Buy 1 or 2, keep a seal, and get 1 box for the seal collection. And I don't know if you can tell. Move to the side. You see those white stands?
Mm-hmm.
That's like the XY, series. That's complete. And right next to it, it's gonna be the black and white series boxes going in there.
Nice.
And on the other side, we got Sun and Moon. And next to it is gonna be the Sword and Shield.
Nice.
And so I'm trying to like get a new one and try to go back, because I'm not gonna start collecting EX boxes, or I'll spend 1 year in every box.
Right.
And but yeah, I mean, I feel like Pokemon is doing a great job, because he kind of got me into collecting new boxes. So I'm pretty sure he's getting a lot of people there.
Right. They've been smart too, I think, with the amazing rare release and like the hyper. I mean, sure, it's annoying because you have to collect the ultra rare for that card, you have to collect the full art, and then you have to collect the hyper rare. And it's like, oh, Jesus Christ, now I have to collect 3 of the same card, And so it gets a little tiresome, but I still think it adds a very cool element to collecting, because when you really like the card that there's 3 of, it's badass to get each version, like you want every version of that card. That's just a natural thing. And also with the amazing rares, I think that was a really, really smart play to take those cards that direction. And to add like a new rarity. I mean, like you're seeing them still come out in Japan. Like Shining V had a bunch of them as well. And I can't remember what set that came out after Vivid Voltage in Japan, but that one also had amazing rares in it. So we'll see a lot of amazing rares. I think Battle Styles, that one's gonna be crazy and probably gonna have a lot of amazing rares in it. And I'm actually pretty stoked for that set because the new mechanic. And
yeah. Every time they do that, you're wondering what's what's it gonna be like?
Yeah, and how it affects
God.
everything. Yeah, because like
Yeah.
last year, a year ago, or like a year and a half ago, I really started playing Pokemon as well. So I got like a PTCGO account, and I just play online and do that route. But it's been an amazing time, and I've actually been to a few tournaments. Like I sponsor a team. A year ago, we had our first tournament, and it was for Collinsville in Illinois. And then COVID hit. We were like planning to go to Utah for Salt Lake City regionals. We were gonna go to Madison, I think, for regionals, and we were just blindsided by COVID, and it was
Yeah, man.
it was saddening.
I mean,
The first tournament, dude, I sponsored them. They did really well. Like my one teammate, or my one, I don't know how to call it, but one of my sponsor kids, he's like 19, and he went like, I don't know, 4-2 on the first day, and then he went like 3-3 on the second day, and then got eliminated. And the second day is like where you get into the finals, and go to the finals. And so it was getting to the second day is like a huge thing just by itself, and he got to the second day with a pretty good record. So it was really cool to see, and I was excited for him. And four players. So it was three men and one child that I sponsored. And so like I paid for their entire trip to go to Collinsville. And I really wish that we could start doing that again, because it was a lot of fun. Going to tournaments and like tournament life. Oh my dude, it's so cool, man. It really is. Talking to people and just like chilling, hanging out, going and watching your team perform, and seeing a lot of the different strategies and like the other sponsored teams, and like it is a really, really cool environment. And that's why I really liked the regionals for Fukuda signing, because it was that side of it. We got to get exposed to all of that, and then on the other side we were doing the signing, and like that was a lot of fun. Awesome. A lot of fun. Awesome. Yeah. Were you there?
Unfortunately, I made it, but the last day, and I was planning to be there the whole weekend, because I live close to it. I'm here in Dallas. And but I had to work Friday and Saturday really late, so I couldn't make it. Then Sunday I went there. But Sunday was packed, the line. I think I was in line for like 6 hours, something like that. And my goal was to get the whole set signed, go Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Right.
But I only got, I actually got like 12 of them signed, because I took like 3 guys with me.
Oh, okay.
Like here.
Yep, you're fucking standing with me.
Yeah, you were standing here.
We didn't know each other then, sadly. Otherwise, we would have hung out for sure.
No, I seen your post, because I think I was following you for, already.
Okay.
And I seen your boxes, and I saw the pictures. I think I saw you. Yeah, you were like in front of me on Sunday, I think. Because I saw you there. But I wasn't sure, like I never talked to you or anything, so I wasn't sure.
Yeah. I wish people would more do that. I wanted people to talk to me.
I actually recognize you because of the boxes. Your boxes. Like, okay, I think I seen his post.
Yeah.
And Dratini Stonehenge was there too.
Yep. Me and that dude got real close. That's my fucking boy, Danny. Shout out to Dratini Stonehenge. Yep.
Yeah, Danny was there. He actually I made a post on Instagram when I was in line, and he actually looked at it, and he turned around and he sees me, and then we started talking and looking at the cars and all that, and he's a guy. Yeah, I actually got to know him, in person.
That's dope. Dope.
And I did see you, but unfortunately I didn't know you.
Yeah, and it's and back a year ago, I wasn't anywhere near the following that I am now. But I still wanted to connect more with people from the Instagram community, and like a year ago, I wasn't I wasn't keeping up with as much people as I should have been, and there was a lot more people that, like I usually just keep with my close core group of friends, and
Yeah.
those guys are amazing people. So like, I never was trying hard to like, make new friends and to like
Yeah.
do that. And so on Instagram, I wish that people would come up to me and like just say, "Hey, I know you. I don't know, And so I want to meet people. Like I want to meet new friends, and
Yeah. I
I
mean,
want, and that's the end of the day. The community part of it is probably the best part of it. To be completely honest, like what
yeah.
is collecting without having your friends who collect the same shit that are excited just as you
Exactly.
are, Like,
Yeah.
there's
I mean,
really no point in collecting unless if you have that kind of connection, in my point, or in my opinion.
yeah. I mean, I of all my friends, like personal friends I have, no one collects Pokemon. Like they don't even know. Like they have
Yep.
no idea,
Yep.
right? So I never get to talk to them about it because they don't know and they actually don't care. They
Yep.
don't.
There's
And
nothing wrong with that either. It's just not their
yeah,
thing.
yeah. And I got to talk to Danny, and I mean it's a whole different uh feeling. Talking to somebody that shares the same feeling as you for this
Yep.
part,
Way different,
and
right?
you get excited. He gets excited when you see a car, and it feels good. Feels
It
good to
does. I
have
mean,
somebody to talk to.
at the end of the
That
day,
appreciate.
we're like connecting type of creature, right? Like we're human
Yeah,
beings. We want to connect with each other, and that's a beautiful thing.
yeah. So yeah, I mean, and like you, I have my Instagram account private for maybe a year or 2 years. I can remember. I had it private.
I didn't even know
And
that, but I follow you, so I didn't.
yeah,
I don't notice that, I guess.
so so I had like maybe like 1,000 followers, and then I just I made a deal with the Pokeju,
Yep.
and he threw a shout out, and man, I had this huge list of people wanting to follow me.
Yep.
And so, this is private. I have to accept every single one of them. And I'm like, man, I just took it off, like took off the private. Since then, I mean, I've been having more people following me.
Yeah. You've had
And
amazing growth, and I can't wait to see your account get a lot more recognition, and because you're a big time collector in my eyes, and
oh, thank you.
you need to be up here with the following that represents that, because that you've been doing it before it was cool,
Yeah.
and that deserves some type of respect, in my opinion, and to everybody else who's, there's a lot of people like PokeRev who've been around for a fucking awful long time, and then became somebody in the community, and so
Yep.
there's, and there's no right way or wrong way to do it either. I just, some people prefer to be in the limelight and some people don't, and there's nothing wrong with that. And so a lot of people that I've seen that are trying to become more public with their collection and be
Yeah.
that, I want them to get way more recognition than they are, because it's like,
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
fucking guy needs to fucking be on the same level as everybody else, because this collection is compared very by little, and so
Yeah. I mean, I know some collectors that, like their collection is insane. Like, uh, one of the guys, I don't know if you know him or follow him, King Pokemon Master.
Pokemon Monster or
No,
Pokemonster.
King Pokemon Master.
Oh, King Pokemon Master. I think I do. I know who he is, but I don't follow him. Yep.
Man, his collection is insane. Like, like, well, let me tell you that he only needs one card to complete every set there is. Like, and he doesn't have that many followers. Like
Yep.
maybe 2,000, and he's kind of a little more private. Like, he wouldn't be posting so many things that he has. And but yeah, I mean, guys like that, I mean, their collection are insane. I mean, he pretty much has what I have plus other watch sets and like what else? I mean, there's a few guys that, man, and they've been doing it for so long, and like we talk about, they won't sell, anything because they love that, like they
Mm-hmm.
cherish so much their cars that money is not the thing.
Yep. That's
Like people like us, I guess it's just like an emergency thing. We'll let go of something if you really need to,
right.
But otherwise,
I mean, like you have to be pretty hard up for the money to even come close
yeah,
to that. Like I'm
yeah,
talking, your wife needs $1 million operation. Yeah, I'd sell my fucking collection in a heartbeat. But
yeah, exactly. Like
when is that
you
actually
see,
happening? Not it doesn't
yeah,
happen all the time. Thankfully,
yeah.
knock on some
So
wood.
yeah, thankfully, and so those there's so many people out there that have some amazing collections. Like he's one of them that he actually kind of helped me out. Get to where I'm at, and I'll try to help him out. Like I graded that JAMA car first edition from Neo Discovery.
Mm.
That one's really hard to grade. I bought a pack from Poker Red. I bought a pack and pulled that thing and got a 10. It was like crazy because
Damn.
at that time the pack was like $75, and he actually needed a car really bad, like to complete the set. So I'm like, he helped me, I helped him. So it's kind of cool the way we trade, because we done some amazing trades. Like he actually traded me the Ghost Star Charizard, and what else? I mean, he actually traded me a first edition Neo Lugia PSA 10.
Really?
Like we done crazy trades.
Yep.
And it's pretty cool, like the trust, because he's from Australia, I'm from Texas, and the first time we traded, it was just trust. He sent me the cars, I sent him the cars, and since it's been like over 2 years, I think. I can call him my friend, because
Right.
all that trust that we have because of Pokemon,
Yep. I mean, I don't like, and I'm a very private person, in terms of like my own space and my house and stuff. I very rarely invite friends over to hang out, and it's very select few, and a lot of my biggest friends that I have right now are because of the Pokemon community, and I wouldn't think twice about letting them in my house, letting them fucking take my baby for a walk, like not a problem, because I don't know, Pokemon is such a special thing, and it brings people closer than a lot of other things can, and I don't know how to explain it. My brain is way too tiny to fucking be trying to explain such a complex idea of why Pokemon can bring people together and like really bring them together. It's like there's like you're finding your long lost brother or some shit. Like it's so crazy. It's so crazy, but I think it's one of the biggest blessings I've had in a long time to be able to to have the community that we have around us, to have the friends that we do. Like, holy cow, we're blessed. We're really, really blessed.
Yeah, I feel like Pokemon builds like trust. Like I have people from all over the world, literally, trusting me with a lot of money because they want a car, and like it feels good, having that people trust you that much. Like it feels good, because who does that? If it wasn't for Pokemon, like nobody would trust you,
Right?
Like to send you so much money from everywhere for a car, And Pokemon has been quite a journey,
It's been a pretty wonderful journey, if you're asking me.
Yeah.
Pokemon, like, of course, everybody's happy that their collection's worth a lot more, but it was never about that, and I think that...
Yeah, when we started, these cars were like $50-$40. Like, we never thought about the money that they were going to bring, or like, if they were going to be valuable.
Or that I should put this away because 2 years from now, it's going to fucking explode.
Exactly. Like, we didn't know that, We didn't know that,
We
so we
didn't
did it by
care.
passion.
We didn't care.
Yeah,
To be
yeah,
honest, I didn't care. I wasn't collecting for an investment value. I wasn't. I was collecting because I fucking wanted it.
yeah,
And I'm not some fucking investment, expert. I collected what I liked. So this is why anytime ever anybody asks me, oh, I don't know what to buy, I don't know what to invest in, this is what I tell them. I tell them to collect what you love, and you won't go collect the best
yeah,
of what you love. Don't
yeah,
collect the run of the mill stuff. Collect the best of what you love. So if you love Mewtwo, collect the fuck out of Mewtwo, and I mean the best cards available for him, and go after that stuff. Or if you, whatever the case may be, you will never stir you wrong. Okay, because some of
yeah,
this stuff that I was buying for pennies on the dollar that I thought was amazing, now I can sell for 4 figures or 5 figures in some cases.
yeah,
And that's wild. That's not me being the Wolf of Wall Street, like
yeah. I mean,
by any
I mean
means. This is me being
that's
a
right.
lucky asshole.
I mean, you just collected what you love collecting, and if it went up, good. If it didn't, it's still good because I mean, you just love it.
Whatever, dude. I mean,
Yeah,
I've spent how much money on meals and how much money on the movies and shit, like time that I'll never get back.
yeah,
Spending $100 or $200 at a time on something at the time was not an issue by any means, especially when it was tied to my childhood and tied to a feeling that I had in the day when I couldn't afford these type of packs,
yeah.
and
And
being able to do that. That's wow.
like today, like Gold Stars or first edition cards, people complain that the price is going up, and then I'll post like a Gold Star, and they think that because I own the set, I want them to keep going up. And I'm like, no, it's the other way around. I was actually trying to complete 2 sets, but they went up so much that I stopped. Like I had I think I got to like 10 extra Gold Stars, and I was gonna go for the second set. I was like, I'm gonna get it, but then
Yep.
Rayquaza, Torchic, Charizard, Latias, they started hitting 10 grands and up. I'm like, okay, I mean, at this point I can't, I can't. So not because I own the set, I wanted to keep going up because I really wish that I was able to get more, because I just love the cards,
Right.
And at a point I got
We also want to buy,
yeah, I mean
we're not
like,
any different from anybody else just because we've
yeah,
completed goals that we've
yeah,
had.
yeah, exactly. Like the legend set, I complete 1 set, I was happy.
Yep.
But then I see this card so cheap. I'm like, man, I mean, I almost bought 2 sets for like $2,000 each, So I'm like, if they're still like that, I might just keep buying them because, first of all, I like them, and my frames hold 36 cards each. So and they're only 18, so I need to complete 2 to fit, So I mean, if they keep going, if they start going up, that's good. If they don't, I really don't care because my frame is complete and it looks freaking nice. And I actually
that room looks amazing. Yeah.
I actually had a custom made frame for the Legend set, and you know how they are horizontal instead of vertical.
Yeah.
So I'm paying a pretty good amount to get this frame made.
Yeah.
So I hope it turns out amazing, and I should be able to get it by June 29th. So maybe the 30th you'll see a post with the other cards in the frame. Because
Right.
I mean, to me, just I have my room, all card display. People tell me that I'm crazy, that I should have them in the bank or in the home or something, hiding somewhere. I mean, in a way they're right. I mean, like
in a way they're
fire,
right. Yeah.
somebody can break in, or all these kind of things. It can happen. But I mean, I come into my room and if I'm a little stressed out or something, I just sit in the couch and look at the wall and everything goes away. It just
that's awesome.
I start looking at the cars and they give me kind of a peace.
Yeah.
So I think I see them as definitely like art that needs to be appreciated.
Yep.
So that's why I have them all hanging in a wall. And I don't know if you can see like
It's
all of them.
crucial.
But yeah, so I mean, not because we own the set, that means that we just want that thing to just keep going up. I mean, I really do wish like those stars didn't went up so fast because, I was really trying to go for a second set, but
those gold stars, man, they fucking, wow. They're expensive now.
Yeah.
But
they're expensive, but
I actually have a gold star that you don't have. So
well, I'm missing.
I know you're missing in Japanese, but we're not talking like that. I know one that you're missing in English. I own it. That's why I know you're missing it. It's the BGS 10 Gold Star Jolteon.
Oh,
not
you own
PS. BGS 10, yeah.
I know, but you own the BGS?
Yeah. You want me to grab it? I'll grab it.
Yeah, sure.
One second. Oh. Boom.
Nice.
There it is, right there.
Yeah, nice. Very nice. I mean,
it came out of my box too.
Oh, for real? You graded that yourself?
I graded that myself, yes, sir.
Yeah, nice, man.
One of my most proudest moments. This is one I couldn't ever crack to get signed, because I was so proud of myself to even hit this BGS 10. I was like, it just has to stay there.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's
1,000,000%.
really nice.
Yeah, it's a fucking...
What is that, Pop 1?
Surprising, it's Pop 2.
Oh.
It's the only... There's 4 English gold stars in BGS 10. 2 of them are Jolteon. One of them's a Reggie Steel or Reggie Rock. And then I can't remember the 4th one.
Man, that's crazy.
It's like Celebi or something.
To hit a 10 on a Gold Star from BGS, I mean,
I was blown away, and it was a really Jolteon.
So
I love Jolteon. The edges, there's like a piece of fuzz on the edge. Like it's not even like a chip in the paint or anything. It's just literally a fuzz that like I should have wiped off with my finger. I was like, come on, bro.
I mean, it's amazing. 10 Gold Star BGS is amazing, and
thank you.
Just imagine a black label. That would have been insane.
There is no black label English Gold Star. There is none. There's not one. That's what I was going for. That's what I was fucking going for, bro.
I have 2 Gold Stars. The Larias, and I think it's Alakazam. That they look amazing, clean. And Larias, I think, has a good shot at getting a 10. I've been wanting to do it, but
do it.
Now we don't do it.
Fuck that. Pay the $200 and fucking do it.
Yeah, I probably will.
Do it. I want to fucking see that. If it gets a black label, oh my god, bro! Like, fuck, man, they should put you on the 5 o'clock news and shit. Like fucking somebody needs to get alerted.
That'd be amazing. That'd be amazing for sure. Yeah.
Oh my god, black label English Gold Star. Like, there's plenty of black label Japanese Gold Stars and 1 or 2 Chinese Gold Stars from Legend Maker, but like, fuck, man, an English one, wow.
Yeah, that'd be amazing. That'd be amazing for sure.
Yeah, it's definitely. But I don't know if you want to cut it short or you want to keep going. I'm chilling, but I'm just letting you know we're well past an hour. We're doing great.
Yeah, I mean,
we can go another time, whatever you want.
Yeah, I mean, we should catch up another day too. I mean,
all right, then. Yeah.
I really appreciate this, and I really appreciate.
I appreciate
You know,
you, brother. Having you on the show was really really good, I think, because you're one of the biggest complete set collectors that I know. Like you're after every card or every holo from, a specific set or era. And so there's something very special about that. There's not a lot of people that are collecting everything of something, right?
yeah.
People are only after the Charizard or the Mewtwo or their own card, and that's awesome and that's beautiful.
Yeah,
And
I
I
mean,
think that's
yeah,
perfect. But when you collect one of every gold star, one of every legend, one of every prime, or one of every level X, whatever the case may be, like that's fucking huge, And so having you on the show was my pleasure, bro, my honor. No, none on you. It was all on me,
thank
bro.
you,
Yeah.
thank you, and I mean, I really appreciate this, and it was really nice talking to you, man. And next time, I see you in a car show or in a
Yeah,
tournament.
dude, we're kicking back. We're kicking back for sure. For
Yeah.
sure. Well, all right,
Hey,
folks.
good question. There's a car show coming up here in Dallas.
Yeah, I heard that. I was thinking about showing up for it, but I don't know what's going on.
Got you.
It's supposed to be in like April, right, or March?
No, actually, the 29th of this month.
This. Oh, yeah. I don't think I'll be going to this one. Yeah. I'll probably be hitting the next one. Well, all right.
Well,
we'll catch up for sure, man. We'll figure something out. Vaccines are rolling out, so hopefully the world will get, rolling again, and we can do card signings and stuff like that. But all right, folks.
Sure.
That was BJ's Gold Star Legend on Instagram. He is an amazing collector. Thank you very much for coming on to the show. And this is Forever Collector talking Collectors Anonymous. You guys have a good night, and make sure to like, subscribe, and follow, and share. Have a good night, guys.
Good night, man. Thank you.
Peace.
See you.